Hey guys, and welcome back on my YouTube channel. In today's video, we're gonna update the PvP tier list. So, as I did with the PvE tier list, again, I tested all of the heroes. Obviously, when we tested the heroes, we also tested them in PvP Arena. And most importantly, as you all know, the RTA is coming out soon. Soon, from what they said, is 1-2 months. So obviously I thought it would be a good idea for you guys to give you a lot of time now to understand what heroes are good right now and potentially what heroes you're gonna need if you want to play and focus on the RTA. Now, again, we don't know 100% how the RTA will work, but from what we see right now and the initial thoughts we have is that two heroes apparently will be pre-disabled. I don't know if it's either by we gonna ban them or every week a hero will be like banned by the game and we have to go around it. We still don't know. But for sure what we can see it will be a 4 versus 4 and you can ban one person only, from what I understand. I don't know if it will be more or not. For now, from what we can see, it's a 4-4 and you can ban one character. So you choose 5 and you ban one. So it's very similar to basically what we have in Summoner's War, right? If I'm not mistaken, you ban 2 heroes though per team. As in not ban, but before you start picking, I think either you ban 1 or 2. I don't remember. Leave the comments how exactly RTA works in Summoners, but I think it's quite similar to this. Anyway, obviously Arena is quite simple. You're going against a defense, a AI defense. You can pick your heroes, change your gear around, play around. You can prepare before you jump into the fight. However, with the RTA coming out, we'll have to not only level up and skill up, glyph a lot of heroes to be even able to play it, because obviously from what I understood, if someone pick a hero, you can't pick it. And if someone bans a hero, you can't pick it either. So, you'll need at least a dozen, a dozen of heroes to be able to pick them in case they are counter-picked or blocked. But also, what does it mean? You will have to have them all geared up. You won't be able to switch gear unless they do something like in Summoner's War that, you can gear for PvE and you can gear for PvP, but I think it's way too soon, which basically means you will need to have proper gear for every single hero you count to use in RTA. But today we're not talking about that. Today we're gonna focus which heroes are the best right now in the current meta for PvP. I will update my last PvP tier list and I hope it will give you some ideas of what heroes you should start focusing on if you want to try and be competitive in the RTA. And at the same time, also in 13 or I think in 2 weeks or 13 days, we're finally gonna have the finish of the first season after the update. So a lot of rewards, big nice rewards. Let's go check them together. Pa-pa-pam. So if we go into the rewards, it's here, right? So yeah, first of all, we're gonna have the ranking rewards for the exact place you have it on your realm. As you can see, for being number 1 on the realm, you get a legend potions and 2k crystals, and then from 2 to 10, purple and 1k. Those are really nice rewards. So again, you won't be able to push to number 1 without having proper gear or proper heroes, right? You need to diversify if you want to get that first place. And also, guys, I'm already doing it. You should also do it. Start saving your tickets. I haven't touched the arena, as you can see. I'm Platinum 3. I'm just not touching the arena and only using the free ones per day, but I'm not using any arena tickets to have enough to be able to push when the season comes. 13 days. But yeah, other than that, you can also get season rewards. So if you are in Legend, you're gonna have 5 summon crystals. This is just huge. So yeah, basically it's really worth to start investing into your heroes. As you know, we're also gonna have the arena event soon. Yeah, in 3 days. So overall, PvP starts to be hot and it starts to be worth into investing heroes for PvP. So yeah, as I told you, the RTA, the arena, end of the season. Let's just jump into the tier list. So I have prepared a tier list on everything I saw from YouTubers, reviews, heroes, teams, etc. This tier list is basically for every single hero, regardless if it's defense or offense. They are based on how good they are, how often do you see them in the arena, and how annoying they are in terms of defense, but also how good they are in terms of offense. So let's start with the very number one, Dark Aurak. Dark Aurak right now in a Rebel set is the most broken hero in the game. Straight away you enter into the arena matchup, and if he lands at least one or two stuns with the Rebel set, the game is already lost for you as a offense player. I mean, it's not the same for defense. If you take Dark Aurak into offense and you attack with him to have some nice control, there is just better in terms of offense. Dark Aurak is mostly defense right now. You can use him in offense, don't take me wrong. There's just better. Obviously, Brandt, it's just a beast when it comes to PvP. We have now a counter to Brandt teams, obviously, with Godfrey, but still, Brandt is a really, really good hero. And if you don't have a Godfrey, it's just a pain in the ass to deal with him. Blackhorn, again, when it comes to supports, healers, they are very, very strong in the current meta, and obviously they are the most annoying. Blackhorn is very annoying in the PvP. He can cleanse, he can heal himself if he's ascended. So a lot of survivability, and it's really annoying to deal with him. Hakrim, for now, he's God. Obviously, he provides defense to your whole team. I'm also sometimes even using him just for offense. Same for Brand. Basically, if you put Brand with 3 nukers or Hakrim with 3 nukers, it gives you the survivability basically to go above 6 rounds. So if you are not able to nuke them in 4 or in 6 rounds, by just bringing Brand and Hakrim, so basically it involves that you don't take win tricks and you speed tune your nukers, but by taking and doing this, it gives you more rounds basically to survive and try to destroy the other team. But overall, Hakrim, very good. From the moment he stacks his ultimate, if you haven't killed the team yet, you won't be able to kill it. Krace Urzak is the most broken character right now when it comes to arena offense. He will make your, if you have him, he will make your life super easy. If you put Krace Urzak on that attack set, on attack statistics, combined with focus and combined with rebel set, he's just the most broken hero. He's the Gangelo of PvP. Like when it comes to offense, yes, there are other solutions and teams you can use to basically climb in the arena. But believe me, once you have Krace Urzak, people with Krace Urzak will grind 10 times faster. Like if you don't have him, it's just very very easy. Metasia, obviously, the pain, whenever there's a Metasia in the team, if you are not able to control them, you have to focus her. Obviously, her revival is just right now the most OP thing in the arena. The problem is also that she can be revived by the revival summoner spell, and then she can revive all the other heroes if they died. So till the end, even if you killed her, but someone is running the revival spell, you can still basically lose against her even if she's dead. Light Melissa, as for the PvE, she's very good for PvE for the Void Tower. She is very good for PvP for the same reasons. Her taunt is amazing and gives you, in some cases, 2 extra rounds. Her S2 is also amazing because you can basically stun any hero you want, and just very, very good support and very good hero to counter a lot of those stall teams right now. But she's also very good to actually counter nuke teams. Because let's say you go against a Wintrix team with nukers, if they are not fast enough, even though Wintrix will buff them, if you put your light Melissa, Lunar Melissa at 200 speed, they still won't be faster than her, and then you can just taunt them all after even they got buffed, speed buffed, and you can just kill them afterwards. So Light Melissa is a really good hero and used in a lots of scenarios right now. Vans, the highest, the best DPS single target nuker in the arena right now. Him alone, you can win and grind the arena by basically mixing a dev team with him. So for example, my most broken team right now is basically I mean, the most broken team I think right now is Garo, but Ascended, with Vance, with Brandt, and with Godfrey. All those, like, these four heroes, you can basically win against any defense team right now, I believe. Obviously, there are some defense teams that are really annoying, and you also have to adapt to it. But believe if you have Godfrey Ascended, Garrel Ascended, Vance, and Brand, basically it will be very, very easy for you. They are just broken right now. Again, Godfrey Ascended is just broken. Not Ascended, it's it's really hard to, like, you won't be able to rely on him as much. Obviously, every time he gonna miss his ascension and not stop the ultimate, you're gonna lose. So you really need him ascended to be god tier. But once ascended, if you go against a Brand or a Wintrix, you win. It's basically that easy. Orion, it's the most broken nuker right now, AoE damage in the game. Because of his ascension, he just makes elemental advantage on every single hero. And his damage is just really, really good. You put him on Avarice with a little bit of speed, and yeah, you just basically win. What you can do as well is basically you can play a fast Orion. You put him with Yolanda, you put him with Mary, and you put him with Light Kane. Basically, you just make a nuke single target team. So basically, you're gonna buff your Orion with all those heroes, and he's just gonna one shot the entire team. Light Zachary, since he got buffed, he's basically in every single defense team right now. He's really broken. Not only he doesn't take a lot of damage and you can put Dragon Scale on him, but on top of that, he can basically one-shot your team because you're just gonna attack him. You cannot play Brand whenever you go against Light Zachary, so it's really, really annoying. Evra, Valeria, and Ciara are so Evra, Valeria, Ciara still the biggest damage you can do in the arena are coming through those champions. Lydia, since she got her buffed, she's really broken. Whenever you go against that Lydia, especially if she's ascended, if she counters you, if she dodges, she can basically make you lose from the first round. Like, if you are not able to kill her and she start dodging your attack and counter-attacking, she'll basically one-shot your team before you can even finish hers. Natalia, huge damage, really, really good damage still in the arena. The only problem is obviously you are not going to use those heroes against like Ricard, Mitasia. You're gonna prefer Garo, Valeria, Vance, and stuff like that. Imogen is really good. She's really broken as well, especially in a Rebel set. If you play her, Grace Urzak, both on Rebel set, I'm quite confident if you have enough focus, the enemy team will be perma-stunned. Like, it's just insane. Yolanda, since she got buffed, she's a very good hero as well for PvP. The only problem is still that her shields can be debuffed, I mean taken away from them. However, like I said, you can combine her with a nuker in an offense team, and basically this attack plus additional turn, you can basically nuke with one character 3 times in the same round, at the same time being buffed and having like 100% more attack. So there are a lot of combinations with her right now to make the game easier. Virgil, still an amazing hero, same as Light Melissa or Wintrix. Basically, those are like the speed supports that you're gonna first play and then follow up with your nukers. He's very good if you're gonna go against a Godfrey defense. He's very good if you're gonna go against a nuker defense, but you attack, for example, with a semi-tank team. So he's also very good in a lot of condition. And then on top of that, he also got a buff where basically he puts a dots now that takes away 20% HP of the opponent. So very, very good. Garel is just also broken, but the problem is without his A5, he is still very good on Cursed, but he's not a god unit. Without his Ascension and without a good set, there's just too much for him to be good. But again, A5 Curse set, very good Curse set, he most probably is a good unit. Dark Nick is also very broken right now. There are a lot of teams that are using him. You won't use him as much in an offense team, but since you cannot debuff or take away his entire buff with the water stun spell, it's really hard to deal with him. So obviously he got a little bit buff there, and he's really good now in variations of defense teams. You can also use him in offense, but it's more against like nuke teams, where basically you go in against them. You know they might kill you, but then you have the Dark Nick basically to clear them after that. In terms of S, we have Wintrix. Obviously, Wintrix is very good early, but end game you won't use her as much. People are mostly now building like speed boots on all the nukers or any hero, so having Wintrix right now doesn't really give you much. I mean, if you are going against a nuke team that you want to outspeed, obviously you're still gonna play her. But again, people just prefer to put, I don't know, a Brand like Melissa, Virgil instead of Wintrix. Savannah is very, very good in the current meta in PvP. Basically, once you play, because in current PvP meta, you just play a lot of rounds, right? The opponent wants you to go above 6 rounds, so you die, right? And basically, Savannah, after the round 4 or 5, unless you buff her also with Yolanda and Mary, she will basically start one-shotting Metasia or any water unit. Right now, Savannah is very good. Only S because, like I said, there's a lot of conditions and you make sure that you need to survive long enough. But once she starts hitting her spells, she's really hard. Like, I don't know if she can hit harder than Vance. I would need to build her and compare, but I saw a lot of streamers and Twitch YouTubers that basically use her in PvP and she hits like a truck. So then again, I would need to build her and compare to Vance. Hydration after the buff is good. Obviously, she's not bad anymore. Her AoE damage is really good. I think in Rebel set she will also be better than Avarice. But from a pure perspective of being a nuker, the damage is not as high as the other ones in the arena. Yes, she applies the slow, which is also very good, but you won't play her in a team when you enter and just want to nuke the opponent. Then in A, we have Evelyn. She's a fun character to play in the arena. She applies that extra defense, so combined with Hakrim, your team just becomes very tanky. Then obviously she's gonna put this ultimate, so your whole team gonna play twice. But again, it's really hard to place her and make her work. It's not like, people can just work around her and kill everyone else before her. And if you play her, potentially you're not going to play, I don't know, like Zachary, Blackhorn. So again, if so for someone who has all the good units, they rather prefer to play those rather than Evelyn. But if you have Evelyn and you're missing some of the other ones, or you have some fun compositions, obviously you can play her. Cyrus is the same as Savannah, but in fire. Obviously, the more you play, the better she becomes. But right now, I feel like she's still missing a little bit in terms of damage, in terms of everything, and I don't know. She's not a S. I don't think she's that good. Lightbrand is very good. I know some of you will tell me that he should be higher, and you can see him in a lot of defenses, but I believe that he's mostly played because people want to show off rather than he's good. You can easily counter Lightbrand with a Orion, with a stun set, with a Godfrey, and his damage is really not that good. Yes, you can play him a little bit tanky, and yes, obviously he will do damage, but it's it's not that great. Like he is annoying overall because obviously once he goes under 50%, he gets invincibility. But overall, again, whenever I go against a like brand, I don't have a problem with it. I'm not stressed about it. Zatlux is a very good hero in some defenses. Once you go with a nuke team, you kill everyone, and especially Zatlux. If he gets revived, he will basically one-shot your team. Like there's a lot of defenses that they have three tanks, and on top of that they have either a Evra or a Zatlux or a Valeria or a Urion. And basically what they want you to do is to kill the one DPS, focus on him because you have to. If not, he will kill you. But then behind, basically they will try to be as tanky as possible, so they survive and then they revive that one nuker to kill you. So there's a lot of teams with that looks. William, overall good character, mostly offense rather than defense. You want that brand to start hitting all your heroes. Like for example, if you put William with Natalia and she attacks and Brand hits her back, she'll basically AoE nuke twice thanks to that counter attack. Ricard, still very good character and very annoying. He's really tanky. He does the damage. Uh, Obviously there's a bit more better than him because obviously, well, yes, he will do the damage, but the cooldown is really long and he is annoying to kill, but he's not unkillable, right? Brushak, a very good cheap option if you don't have Light Melissa. Overall, he's also very good in defense and offense. Since I tested him, I saw a lot of people playing him. His passive is just huge, especially against single target characters. So people who play Garl, people who play Vance will have a big problem if there's a Brushak on the other side. And also when it comes to offense, he can taunt. The only problem, it's not like Light Melissa, it's not 100%, so you can't 100% rely on it. Kale is, well, a cheap win tricks or cheap something. I mean, as you know, Kale can, with his ultimate, he copies any character in the opponent's team, but he will play based on his statistics, right? So again, it depends what gear you have, but he's fun to play rather than a very good character. Rogira, cheap option if you don't have Mitasia, Blackhorn, etc. Rogi, very annoying. If you put him with a good defense team and basically any nuke team that goes against him, they'll just kill each other just by attacking and nuking him. But again, I feel like he starts to be like a few weeks ago he was still very good, but now lately I feel like he's missing a little bit. Jonathan, a very good character when it comes to defense as well, very annoying. It's kind of like Charles, but his passive is not defense up. He basically heals himself and makes AoE damage, so it's very, very cool character and fun to play in Arena. Mary, same as Yolanda, you can build her now with this specific team when it comes to buffing one character, so he one-shot everyone in one round. But overall, she's also very good. She has a stun on her S1 that you can land, and obviously you have the invincibility. So if she goes last, there's a high chance she'll protect your whole team. Mulhex is a buffer rather than damage dealer, as we saw. His damage is not that great. However, on a Rebel set, I believe he might be broken. As we know, like especially if he's ascended, every time your teammates will attack, his cooldown are going down. So potentially he can basically every round he can AoE damage twice, and on a Rebel set that will be really good. So, but again, still, if not the Rebel set, he's not that good. Tia is also okay-ish. Obviously, she doesn't have the damage. If you play her, she's mostly there to control. But again, the control is not that great. As we know, everyone is playing 100% resistance now. There are a lot of Earth heroes, so it's really hard to land the freeze. And when it comes to damage, there's just way better than her. Light Cane, I mean, again, I saw some teams on Light Cane. I can understand why he is good, like removing the debuffs, putting the invincibility, but it's really like I feel he's way too squishy to being good right now. And Twina, she's very good as well. Her damage on single target is amazing, but basically once she get hit, so if you go against a brand and he hits her, that's over. Like without the buff, she's not that good. So she's okay, but whenever there's not a single brand in front of her. Edicris, he's a cheap version of Evra. He can be really annoying in a defense team if you allow him to play and survive. His invincibility mixed with his bonus turn is really, really annoying. He is a counter to Godfrey because basically Godfrey will disable your ultimate. However, you're gonna buff yourself with your S2 and then your ultimate is back. So he's a really good counter to Godfrey. Charles, again, cheaper version than Jonathan and just cheaper version than Dark Nick or I don't know, any other defense team damage dealer. Fire Melissa, again, she's just a nuker. She's there basically to one-shot the first turn someone, but after that, if you don't one-shot, she becomes useless. Gubek, as we know, you can play him basically to be the fastest champion in your team, and then you just switch the turn with someone else to one-shot everyone else. But on its own, Gubek, the damage is just not there. He's rather a support right now than anything else. Lightning, he can be played in those teams like I mentioned that you're gonna buff one single target and just kill everyone else. But on its own, Lightning, his damage is just really low or inexistent, and his kit just doesn't give you much. It's just a fun thing to play when you put three buffers and you buff one character and he just one shots everything. But on his own, Lightning is really bad. Bloody Mary, she's also very fun and good to play. You can put her offense or defense. With her combines attack, she can just try to poke everyone a little bit. I think on a Rebel set, it's also very good. Like I said, she will join attack all the time. So there's a very high chance that she's gonna stun a lot of people. And then in C, we have Orak, Connor, Balberit, Hugh, Borden, Zachary, Erendil, Milla, Lordrek, I don't remember him. Hassel, Silan. Those are the heroes that you can play if you have really nothing else, or if you just wanna play around, have some fun. But those heroes are really missing something, and they're just better than them. And yeah, and then obviously we have the not for PvP, just basically heroes that are just not worth in the current meta for the current PvP. We don't know, maybe they will be amazing for the RTA. Again, we need to understand how exactly the RTA will work. Like, will it be the same as the arena where basically after 6 rounds you're gonna start getting hit or something? But yeah, for now, that's the current PvP tier list. Let me know in the comments, what do you think, guys? Do you approve, disagree? Again, it's really depending on what you have or you don't have. Anything can change based on a specific team you build. Anything can change based on your realm because you have different characters, different people, different whales. I just tried the hardest to, combine everything and please everyone. But again, every scenario, every realm, every character, every account is different. So obviously, some of you might disapprove with some heroes, but on a very end game, on my realm, with having all the characters, this is how it looks for me and how it should look for you as well. Anyway, guys, enjoy your Sunday. I know tomorrow is Monday, we all hate it, so try to enjoy your day as you can. See you in the next video, guys. Enjoy. Bye bye.